Hey guys, I'm in the shop today and I wanted to discuss a couple differences in hardware. And today we're going to talk about hinges and the different hinges that are used in the cabinet industry. There's really two big differences. There is a compact hinge and a clip top hinge. So there's a lot of different brands. Pretty much all the brands have one or the other, or both at times. They offer both. There's really two advantages of the clip top over the compact. One is for the installer, one is for the homeowner. So first, let's talk about the installer. When we deliver our cabinets, we get them all carried in. We got upper cabinets. Having the door kind of out in the way can be a kind of a hassle. You're holding the cabinet up, you're trying to put it all in, you're trying to screw it all to the wall. It makes it much easier if you can just get the door off the cabinet and out of the way. So we can unsnap the door, get it down. Obviously the upper is going to be on the ground when we do this. We can get it all up, get it installed, and it makes it so much easier and faster for us to install the cabinets without having to work around the doors or potentially damage the doors because they're in our way. The smaller clip top hinge is a one piece. It does not come apart. Like I just showed you, like the clip top where it comes into two pieces. On the install side, that's definitely the biggest advantage for there. For you, the homeowner, it's longevity of how tight the hinge stays. So on a compact hinge, the way that it mounts to the cabinet, there's only one screw hole that holds the hinge to the cabinet itself. Where on the clip top, there is two holes that are further apart. So it gives you more stability, more strength in the hinge, but it's also going to stay tighter longer when there's two screws per hinge instead of one. Your screws aren't going to back out as easily because they're kind of working together to hold themselves in. And your cabinets are going to, they're not going to feel loose in a couple years like a compact would. So if you're looking for custom cabinets, you've got to shop and start probing some questions about what's offered, what you're getting for that price, comparing apples to apples. Ask them if they use a compact hinge. To me personally, if I was the consumer, that would be a red flag to me. There really isn't much difference. These are like $1, these are like $3. When it comes to the whole scheme of your kitchen, personally, that's not where I would cut corners as the business owner or the homeowner that's trying to get the best value. I honestly only try to use these. There's a couple times when you need to use these just because of how much smaller they are, how far they go back into the cabinet, how they articulate. There are times these are needed, but it's pretty rare. So if you're looking for some cabinets, and this is one question I would definitely ask. Do you use a compact hinge or a clip top hinge? And that's really going to give you some insight on the other quality products or lack of quality that cabinet shop offers. Hope this helps when you're looking for cabinets.